from the All Indiana Podcast Network.
The All Indiana Podcast Network.
This is the News 8 Daily 8.
Now all the latest news.
Kylie Conway has all the news you need to know.
And more.
Please stand by.
Now, here's Wish TV's Kylie Conway.
I'm Nina Criscolo in for Kylie Conway with Wish TV News 8's Daily 8.
Searching for a romantic summer getaway? Escape with Rich Girl Summer, the new Audible original from Lily Chu. The exquisitely talented Philippa Sue, returning to narrate her 5th Lily Chu title. This time, Philippa is joined by her real-life husband, Stephen Pasquale. Set in Toronto's wealthy cottage country, aka the Hamptons of Canada, Rich Girl Summer follows the story of Valerie, a down-on-her-luck event planner posing as a socialite's long-lost daughter, while piecing together the secrets surrounding a mysterious family and falling deeper and deeper in love with the impossibly hard-to-read and infuriatingly handsome family assistant, Nico. Caught between pretending to belong and unexpectedly finding where she truly fits in, Valerie learns her summer is about to get far more complicated than she ever planned. She's in over her head and head over heels. Listen to Rich Girl Summer now on Audible. Go to audible.com/richgirlsummer.
We will get to enjoy an even warmer afternoon for our Tuesday with highs climbing into the upper 60s and low 70s, winds picking up out of the south. However, this push of warm air will come with a cost as showers will move back into the state Tuesday night. Isolated storms will also be possible, but no severe weather is expected at this time. Wednesday, showers and storm chances continue through part of our Wednesday morning before we dry out. Much colder air will sink into the state as this system moves out. Highs will only manage to rise into the upper 40s. Thursday, no April Fool's joke as we look to kick off the month of April on a cold note. A nice temperature rebound will then come into play going through Easter weekend and into the first half of next week. Highs look to push back towards the 70s by next Tuesday with extended dry time. A second day of testimony begins this morning in the Derek Chauvin trial. We will hear from a man who was among onlookers shouting at the former police officer to get off George Floyd in Minneapolis last May. A technical glitch cut witness testimony short yesterday. A video feed to other rooms in the courthouse for family members was interrupted. Camilla Bernal details the dramatic first day in court.
Derek Chauvin's trial began with the final moments of George Floyd's life.
The most important numbers you will hear in this trial are 929.
9 minutes and 29 seconds. The length of time the prosecution says Floyd's neck was under the then officer's knee.
Till the very life were squeezed out of him.
A professional fighter who witnessed the arrest calls the tactic a blood choke.
The side choke or blood choke can ultimately turn into death, and that's what we've seen here.
A 911 dispatcher says she alerted a supervisor as she watched a live video feed.
My instincts were telling me that something's wrong.
But while the prosecution calls Floyd's death a murder, the defense says illegal drugs and a heart condition killed Floyd.
Mr. Floyd died of a cardiac arrhythmia that occurred as a result of hypertension, his coronary disease, the ingestion of methamphetamine and fentanyl, and the adrenaline flowing through his body.
And as for Chauvin,
Derek Chauvin did exactly what he had been trained to do over the course of his 19-year career.
After the court adjourned for the day, protests erupted in the streets. This trial is expected to last for about a month. Floyd's family pleading for peace as they wait for justice.
We can't get George Floyd back. But what we can do is make sure that no family feels this pain and suffering that we feel.
In Minneapolis, I'm Camila Bernal.
A child is recovering from serious injuries from a hit and run at an Indy bus shelter. IMPD says a truck slammed into the structure where 3 people were standing. It was around 5:30 yesterday evening near 38th and Meridian. According to police, 3 people were in the shelter when the truck hit it. IMPD says the people inside the truck got out and ran away. Investigators say they are talking to a person of interest. The child's age has not been released yet. To news on the coronavirus, spring break travel and loosening restrictions are heightening worries of rising cases. Federal leaders are pleading for people to help in stopping a potential 4th wave. The CDC is warning about variant strains.
And I'm going to reflect on the recurring feeling I have of impending doom.
I'm reiterating my call for every governor, mayor, and local leader
to maintain and reinstate the mask mandate.
Governor Holcomb says despite the president's request, the state is moving ahead as planned to end the mask mandate 1 week from today. Indiana's mandate turns into an advisory on April 6th. Cities, towns, and counties can still impose their own rules. Marion County leaders are continuing the local mandate after April 6th. There is progress to report. The CDC's COVID data tracker reports more than 95 million Americans have gotten at least one dose of a vaccine so far. Of those, more than 52 million are fully vaccinated. A new report from the CDC says the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines are 90% effective at preventing infections. A new study finds a cancer-causing chemical in many brands of hand sanitizer. The data is from Valisure, an online pharmacy that tests medications and other health items. The company says it sampled 260 FDA-regulated hand sanitizers and found higher than approved levels of benzene in 44 of them. Benzene is on the federal list of known carcinogens. Health experts say it can cause leukemia. Valisure is asking the FDA to recall the sanitizers that have too much of it. Starting next week, people living in Indianapolis can apply for more money to help with rent. The city's rental assistance program reopens April 5th. The city has $30 million available. You can get up to 3 months of help. The announcement comes as the CDC is extending the eviction moratorium through June. It was set to expire tomorrow. This is the third extension for the program. Happening today, a final farewell to a fallen officer. A public memorial service in Boulder, Colorado will honor the life and service of Officer Eric Talley. He's the Ball State graduate killed in last week's mass shooting in Colorado. Services for Talley started with a funeral mass yesterday. This morning, we're hearing from his father. Tay Talley says his son was a loving father and a man of faith who had always been brave.
He told me, I'm trained to wait for backup. But Papa, I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can stand around and wait for someone else to get there when people need help. By running in there, he did the right thing. And I hope he can inspire other officers, other people, inspire them to do the right thing.
In-person attendance is limited at today's service due to the pandemic, so it will be streamed live for anyone to watch. The police department in Indianapolis is working to advance the careers of women in the department. It's part of an initiative called 30 by 30. The goal is for women to make up 30% of recruits by the year 2030. According to the initiative's website, women make up only 12% of sworn officers and 3% of police leadership in the U.S. More than 40 police departments have taken the 30 by 30 pledge so far. Indianapolis Mayor Joe Hogsett says the city plans to spend $167 million on construction projects this year. That means money will go toward improvements like roads, sidewalks, and bridges. It's part of the Department of Public Works 2021 Capital Infrastructure Program. According to DPW, this year's plan includes more than 33,000 linear feet of new sidewalk, more than 10,000 linear feet of new trails, and 855 new accessible ramps. Crews also plan to rehabilitate the Kessler Boulevard Bridge over the White River, finish the final phase of the Fall Creek Trail expansion, and add a roundabout at Southeastern Avenue and Rural Street. To business headlines now, a new restaurant and brewery is coming to downtown Indianapolis. Louisville-based Goodwood Brewing and Spirits will take over the old Ram restaurant location on Illinois Street. It will be the chain's first location outside of Kentucky. The restaurant hopes to open July 5th. More good news for airlines. American Airlines anticipates that most of its aircraft will be in active use in the second quarter of 2021 as more travelers book flights and vaccine eligibility expands across the country. As of Monday, American Airlines said its 7-day moving average of net bookings is 90% of its 2019 average. The deadline to contribute to individual retirement accounts and health savings accounts is May 17th, the same day that individual federal income tax returns are due. The IRS made the announcement following increased calls for more time following passage of the American Rescue Plan, which made changes to taxes mid-season. Individual states may have different deadlines. Visa says it will allow the use of cryptocurrency USD coin to settle up transactions in its payment network. It has launched the pilot program with payment and crypto platform Crypto.com, and the company said it plans to offer the option to more partners later this year. Visa's move negates the need to convert digital coin into traditional money in order for the transaction to be settled. King Soopers today announced a donation of $1 million to the Colorado Healing Fund to support the needs of victims, families, survivors, and the community affected by the recent Boulder, Colorado supermarket tragedy. Kroger is the parent of King Soopers, the grocery store brand where the shooting took place. Customers can also make donations at the store. And watch out, there's a giant spyware application that can steal pretty much all of your data while also monitoring your movements and online search history. It's called System Update. And so far, it only applies to Android phones, but it's not on the Google Play Store, only through a third-party app. It promises to help you keep your device up to date, but instead sends all your information back to a command and control server. Carmel is putting up a selfie station. The city says it could be ready by the end of the day. It's the city's new Midtown Plaza area. The selfie station is a big mural showing a postcard-style view of Carmel to serve as a backdrop for your photos. It's on the backside of the large Midtown video screen. Organizers ask you to take a selfie, then tag the city with it on social media. And in sports, we've got some interesting stuff for you. A great season is over for IU women's basketball. The Hoosiers heading home after a tough loss to Arizona last night in the Elite Eight. It was the first Elite Eight appearance in program history. The Hoosier run in the tournament ended to the University of Arizona. The score was 66-53. Head coach Terry Morin says the Bloomington community has fallen in love with the women's basketball team, and the encouragement has been overwhelming. She hopes new fans will turn into season ticket holders and grow attendance throughout the next few years. And while she says she has great players, she says they're even better people.
This little run has just given them a preview of what they can look forward to. You know, our kids are tremendous. They have high character. They're humble. They work hard. They're great student athletes. I mean, they represent myself and our staff in this university in a first-class manner.
And talk about sportsmanship. The Purdue women's basketball team showing their support on Twitter, honoring the Hoosiers' accomplishment in the tournament, tweeting, "Heck of a season." Well, a local healthcare worker says it was an honor to have the chance to sing the national anthem before the start of the men's Elite Eight games last night at Lucas Oil Stadium. Take a listen. That is Brian Kelly. The IU grad is a senior clinical specialist, also involved in the local music scene. He works for a company named Medtronic, which makes ventilators for patients battling COVID-19. Kelly says he was glad to be given the chance to represent healthcare workers and the Black community. The Elite Games do continue tonight, and that means the men's Final Four will be set when we wake up tomorrow. This morning, we know two teams that have already punched their ticket, Houston and Baylor, moving forward in the tournament. Houston, a 2-seed, beat 12-seed Oregon State, the Beavers, in the first game. That was 67-61. This is Houston's first Final Four since the 1984 Phi Slamma Jamma era. In the second game, the Baylor Bears beat Arkansas 81-72. This is Baylor's first Final Four since 1950. The Bears will get to play Houston in the national semifinal this Saturday. Number 1 seeds Michigan and Gonzaga will get their chance tonight at 7:15. Gonzaga and USC tip off. Then Michigan plays UCLA in the late game. Mike Woodson, the new coach for IU men's basketball, says he's willing to beg and plead a little to keep players at IU. The school's new head coach says he is already re-recruiting Hoosiers who are thinking about leaving. There are 6 current players in the transfer portal, which means they could leave Bloomington. 5 of those 6 played significant minutes in the past season. Woodson says he plans to lean on his own experiences when wooing players.
We're recruiting younger people now, and I get that. And, I remember when Coach came in to recruit me, all those things come into play. Yeah, I've been far removed from it, but I honestly believe I can go in a kid's home and be able to relate because of what I've gone through in my career.
Woodson says he met with the players as a group Sunday night. He plans to meet with them individually throughout the week. Well, that's it for today. Once again, I'm Nina Criscolo in for Kylie Conway with News 8's Daily 8.
Check out more podcasts from the All Indiana Podcast Network now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.
allindianapodcastnetwork.com.